Hello everybody and welcome to Darthozzie Stars Collector's Corner.
Hey, Darth Apprentice, have you ever seen a space trooper in Star Wars?
No.
Well, you have now. We're going to take a look at this and a whole bunch of other expanded universe figures straight up.
Ooh. Wow, which one are we going to start with? There's so many.
Well, we can take a look at all of them. This is the Space Trooper. It's part of the expanded universe range that came out in 1998. And this is one of 9 figures. There were 9 in the collection, as well as 4 different extended universe ships. So let's have a little close-up look at each one. The first thing you'll notice is that each of these is on a very thick cardstock. Have a feel of that.
Wow.
Yep, so that's a lot thicker than your normal cardstock, and the reason is that they came with these little cut-out 3D scenes. So, as you can see on the back here, you would cut it out with scissors, get your parents to do it of course, and you take the figure out and you could fold it out and create your own little diorama, which was a 3D background that you could put the figures on and play with them. And each one of them in the set had their own little background. So if we run through them quickly, your 3D scene with this one, this is the Dark Trooper. Now this one first of all came out with the Dark Forces video game. So you're going back to the late 80s, Dark Forces video game, specific characters that were made for that video game, and then Hasbro created a whole line. The next one is a Space Trooper. Now some of these have been released again by Hasbro in the preceding years that came after these first releases, and in fact there's a Dark Trooper with a gold coin that came out in early 2000s, 2007 roughly, and that one is also a very sort of extended universe. It was a bit of a fan's choice when it first came out, and that one is also part of a whole range of 30th anniversary figures. Then we move on, and we've got the Imperial Sentinel, which is from the Dark Empire comics. Then of course Mara Jade. Now Mara Jade made a bit of a comeback. She's also from the novels, in this particular case from Heir to the Empire novel. Mara Jade actually made it to the Black Series line, so there is a Black Series figure of Mara Jade. Did you know that?
No.
Okay. Then we also have Princess Leia, and this is from the Dark Empire comics, so she looks a little bit different because it's the comic book version. We also have Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now Grand Admiral Thrawn, as you know, is also in Rebels, also came out into the Black Series 6-inch line, and Grand Admiral Thrawn in this particular case was from the Heir to the Empire novel, and he comes along with his little pet round his neck. So that's an unusual and unique figure. Of course there has to be a Luke Skywalker, also from the Dark Empire comics. And then we get into Kyle Katarn, who was also from the Dark Forces video game. And then of course the last one was the Clone Emperor Palpatine. Now it's interesting that Rise of Skywalker perhaps looks at the possibility that the Emperor might have been a clone. So that's also with his own 3D background, and he comes courtesy of the Dark Empire comics as well. So there were 9 of those, all with their own 3D play scene, as they were called back then, and all as part of basically the Kenner range of figures with the green and yellow backgrounds. So let's have a quick look at the ships and vehicles that came out as part of the expanded universe under the Power of the Force banner. And the first one is
The Cruise Trooper. The Cruise Missile Trooper.
Yeah, it's the Cruise Missile Trooper. The next one is, and you might think this is a little bit familiar, this one is
The Cloud Car.
the Cloud Car. Now the Cloud Car is very similar to the twin pod Cloud Cars, but there's obviously some glaring differences, and it is an expanded universe one, not a canon from the Star Wars films. Then we have this one.
This is a Air Speeder.
Right, now the Air Speeder is the precursor to the Snow Speeders. So based on somewhat the Ralph McQuarrie designs, this one actually shows an Air Speeder that comes with a pilot, and you can actually see that there are pilots with most of these. I haven't opened these boxes, so they've been around since 1998 as well. And the last one,
A speeder bike.
yeah, and a very different type of speeder bike. It's more sit in than sit on. Also comes with a speeder bike pilot. And so most of these had missiles that would pop out. They had extendable flaps and wings on a lot of them so that you could have some playability with them. And they were very much outside of, if you like, what the films depicted at the time. And of course, remember, this is prior to episode 1, so we're only talking about original trilogy films. So your twin pod cloud car, your air speeder, and your speeder bike were all derivatives, if you like, of what you did see in A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. So, my little apprentice, what do you think of these?
Well, they do only have 5 points of articulation,
Right.
but they are very interesting.
Yeah.
And there are vehicles that do come with the, like, in this range.
Yep.
So you can still put, like, other figures in there.
Yep.
So I think I might give it a 6 out of 10.
A 6 out of 10. Okay, very good.
If you like what we do, like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell. And if you want us to do anything or you have a comment for us, comment down below.
And don't forget, we are affiliated with Goodies Toys, so if you're looking for a bargain on the latest Star Wars action figures, ships, vehicles, that sort of thing, he also does some Funko Pop. So if you're interested in that, look up Goodies Toys, he's our affiliate, and the information is on the screen below. But also go and have a look at his website, make sure that you check out the latest released Star Wars action figures, and anything in Australia, shipping is free for our purchases over $99. So Goodies Toys, he's the one to go with. All right?
See you later.
May the Force be with you.